right, let's see if I can get the second project sorted. So back in 2005, we got Maytag Neptune pair of washer dryer, and it's worked great for the most part this whole time, but in the last few months, when you run the dryer, we'll just try air fluff, it squeaks, which is not going to show up on the headset microphone, but when it starts up, it squeaks and, such and such and such. So rather than get a new set, because of course older electronics and stuff work better than the new stuff because they've cheaped out a lot in the last 20 years, I'm just gonna try and go in and fix it. So I got a bunch of parts, new belts, new washers, new pulleys and things, new wheels, all that kind of fun bits. So I looked online. I think I know the steps to take it apart, so we're gonna see. There's not much space in this laundry room, but we're gonna try it. Well, doors off and front panels off. Once you unscrew these 4 things, which is the 2 door screws and the 2 spacers, this front panel will slide out and you lift up. And there's some dust. I cleaned that off, and now I get to do the other bits. I guess that can stay in there. It's getting there. I do see back inside that the rollers are a bit worn, so I think that's definitely what the problem is. Taking these out of this front part, let this open up, and yeah, there's wear lines on that. That's one of the problems. Looks like the belt has some issues as well. And then back here, there's definitely also wear problems. So yeah, definitely time to fix it. Okay, back in there, you can sort of see there's the idler pulley. You have to reach in with one arm through here, one arm through there, push the pulley that way. That will release the belt tension, and the belt is loose. And then the front piece, which holds the drum in place, there's this top bolt and this bottom bolt that need to come out. And then this piece will come out, and I have no idea where that's going to go because I had to put this over here. This is much better in a larger space because I'm literally this close to the wall. We'll see if this works. I wasn't supposed to take that one thing off. That's alright. I put it back on and got the seal back in, and hopefully it'll be fine. The first replaceable piece that I see are these little worn out plastic strips, and they have pop rivets, unfortunately, come with it. Luckily, I think I have a pop rivet gun in the garage, so they are a bit worn. Oh, and everything is freaking sharp. Yeah, just nailed it myself. Okay. Yeah, so I gotta go get that figured out. Well, the new ones are on. Hope they're right. They're attached. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I was able to pull the drum out. I think I'm going to have to move it because I need to possibly be there. The next things have little snap rings holding them on, so I had to go get my snap ring pliers, so we'll see how well that goes. Turns out this little tension wheel was not a snap ring. It had one of these little slide off things. But when I got it off, I don't think that's the color a shaft is supposed to be when things are happy. So I'll have to clean that up and put the new stuff on. One wheel's off. It was fiber washer, then this thing, then another fiber washer, and then the little clip ring. And once again, the shaft was not a happy, clean shaft, so I'm gonna guess this one's the same. Well, this is annoying. The brand new parts are rusted in the bag. That one you can see better than the other one. Sort of. This phone does not do good with close-ups. Come on, just... Yeah, that's not ideal. Because those are supposed to be the replacement posts for back there that the wheels run on. So now I got to get those off and see if... Well, one, see if I can clean the rust off these. That's really friggin' annoying. Oh well. I really prefer the videos where there's just good news, not good news, bad news. Good news is I was able to get this replaced. Bad news, the replacement shafts for those wheels were rusted in the bag. So they're in Evaporust, but I'm probably not going to use them. I just put the old ones, or I should say I only took one off. I put that one back on. These spin nice now. So that part's fine. So then I'm cleaning up and, making sure to blow the dust out of everything. And there's this wire that connects onto the heating element. And I'm sure this is not going to show up, but you're not supposed to see the copper color bit there. the wire got hot and melted the plastic. That's not ideal. And that's one of the motor or heating wires or whatnot. So I don't know at this point if I can just put electrical tape on there, because I don't know if it's high heat electrical tape, and then that may melt and cause issues. Yeah, I hate stuff that's electronics. If I had only seen that before I did any of the replacement parts, I could have just sent the replacement parts back and just got a new one. But now, really? Now you're not going to turn on at all light? Well, but now I have to figure out, okay, is that safe to use? Is that something I can just... Because you don't want to have a bare wire if there's dust and stuff and lint. Because if a lint things get on there, that could cause a fire. And that's not good. So I have to figure that out. So it turns out that wire, which is bad, goes over to this wire connector, and there is a spade connector in the very end by my finger on one end, and a spade connector on, I think that's called a spade connector. If not, it's one of those kind where it slides over a tab. But you can sort of see that, yeah, that wire is not happy. It got hot from something. My guess is it's from the fact that the heating element, that thing probably just transmitted too much heat down or something. We've never had we always run it on the normal settings. We don't do anything crazy with the dryer. And we don't run it a ton. It's like a few times a week. But, yeah, that's not good. So, I mean, one of the options is try and buy a whole wire loom, or see if I can get that spade connector out of this plastic piece. And I have replacement spade connectors in the garage, and I have wire in the garage. I could just make a new wire, because there's no way I want to use this one again. This is a 14 gauge wire, according to the specs. I don't have 14 gauge. I have 12 gauge like you would run for tools and things. So I think that should be fine. But yeah, that's definitely that's not a good thing. So anyway, I will go play. Well, first I'm going to see if I can get this out. If I can't get it out of there, then I'm out of luck. If I can get the spade connector out of that plastic piece, I might have a chance of making a new one. So we'll see. Okay, using basically a very pointy thing, I was able to get it out, and similar but opposite to this one is how it went in. So it went in with the two lobes of it facing this way, and then there's a little plastic tab in there that grabbed somewhere up in here where my thumbnail is, and that's what held it in. So now I get to go in the garage and see if I can make one like this. Alright, well, these are the kind of spade connectors I have, the plastic insulator pieces. These did not have that. I don't know whether that's because it has a specific kind of connector, maybe. This looked like the same size spade connector. So, I don't know. We're going to try it. They're crimped tight. The ends really don't move, which is what you don't want. You don't want things to move, because then you could have a little short. It should be fine. And maybe that's what this one's problem was. It was... Yeah, it definitely... all the wires came out as well. So this was not... This would have been a problem very shortly. Yeah, that's not good. This does not zoom in, but that is not good. So, this should still be better than this. So we're going to try it. Alright. New wire is connected. It is electrical taped down under there, and back here where it was originally. It's down in and jammed down in the connector, so I think that should be good. So now we're just going to try putting it back together and see if it works. Okay, it's all packed together. I don't have any more screws. I did manage to break off a drill bit while drilling out the pop rivets. That was the only, other than the slices. That one was from the dryer. That one was from the obscenely sharp pieces on the bottom of the stupid water heater thing that I bumped and tried to put back and sliced my finger. So, fixed wire, replaced everything except the axles. Those are rusted in the bag. I just used the originals. I checked with my wood micrometer thing, and they were basically the same size shafts. So hopefully they weren't worn too much. I don't know. The new ones I got were not going to work, so I just put the old ones back in. So let's see. Does it squeak? Sensor dry. I hear spinning. I don't hear squeaking. That's awesome. And it is spinning. So I think I got everything put back. Yay! Even though it sucked. A successful project. And I don't know if anybody cares, but I'm going to show it anyway. These are all the various tools I needed and had to go to the garage to multiple trips to get. A drill, 1/4 inch adapter, and what was that, 5/16 deep socket. Wire clippers, crescent wrench, because I wasn't sure what size wrench to put in behind to try and take that stupid shaft off that I should have just left on. The precision tip snap ring pliers, and all basically to get that little connector out. I tried with the little screwdriver, that wasn't pointy enough. The Craftsman rivet gun. This little thing to do some of the screws. Tape, specifically that aluminum tape, because down in there, maybe on one of the spots, there was a spot where the sheet metal pipe goes from front to back that has the exhaust air. There was dust that was leaking out in the front. I covered that hole up with this tape. Drill bits, light, yeah. At least it works, and it doesn't make the noise. So, and as I found out, it has a fixed wire that I didn't realize was bad. Even after evapor-rusting the shafts, there's still discoloration everywhere there was rust, so yeah. I don't have something to polish that. If I did, maybe I could polish it and it would be alright. But I don't have something to polish that good that I would trust. So, just leave the old shafts in, and it does not show up. Well, you can kind of see the rust in the bag. If there's that much rust in the bag, you can imagine what the part looked like, because it's not shiny. There you can see it, sort of, in the shadow area. You can see it all dark. That's all the discoloration bits from where it was rusted. So yeah, these shafts were not good. They were these part numbers from the Whirlpool Corporation factory certified parts. Well, if that's how they certify their parts, that's not a good thing, because that's not good. So yeah, and I managed to buy an extra washer. Oh well. So I had one extra washer, and I didn't end up being able to use the 2 shafts, and I had to make a new wire. There was lots of stuff that I did not plan correctly or understand correctly or happened outside my control, but at least it doesn't squeak.